Coach, first things first, tough fall there for Dylan in the outfield. You went out there and checked on him. Do you have any update on his status?
I do not. He did walk out to the dugout there at the end, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. It was a knee from last year, so I think it scared him a lot too. Let's just hope it's a bruise and we can move on, but I do not have any real information.
Was it a contact? Did he make contact with Mike?
Hit each other, yeah. I think that's what it was.
Coach, you never had the big inning tonight, but it just felt like you kind of just tacking on. How would you kind of assess offensive performance tonight?
I didn't think we were great tonight. I think we swung out of the zone. I think we got out of our approach a little bit. We had some big swings at times, but we had opportunities to really push that game and separate it, which we did on Wednesday night. And, just a little bit. I think I counted like 7 times that with 3 balls we swung at ball 4. And like when we're good, we're locked in and we take that. We almost, a little too big, a little too much tonight. And we had some big hits too.
Yeah.
4 reaches in his last 4 plate appearances for Hunter. I know you've been wanting to see him come along and get back in a groove. Does it feel like he's close to being real locked in again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you got to tip your cap to what he's done the last couple of days. And those are his, like that double off the wall there. That's his old swing right there. The homer he hit out. I mean, that is staying on the ball and hitting it the right way. And he's just been getting to work. So I'm happy for him. We need him.
Doug.
Coach, Pico didn't quite look as sharp tonight, and he struggled there in his last inning. How do you see that, and was there some conversations going on?
No, I don't. I mean, maybe a little, but there's a couple chop balls in there, a couple. Walk. The walk was probably the most disappointing, and the missed pickoff, right? I think those 2 things, and then I don't know. I still haven't seen the balk. I don't know what that was. But you put a couple of those things and a couple top balls in there, and it makes for a crazy night. I thought he was fine. You have to be really good next Friday. So.
Robbie.
It doesn't seem like Noah has very many bad at bats, whether it be battling or swinging it hard, putting it in different spots of the field. What makes him such a special hitter in your mind to be able to do what he does?
There's a high focus level of like he's never giving one away. Like some guys you go up there and like, oh, that's over real quick. Like even with 2 outs and nobody on, he will grind out 6-7 pitch at bat and take a walk. He has an idea of what the approach and plan is, and he kind of sticks to it. So in the first inning, you'll see him get that 2-out hit to the right side because that guy was sinking balls away. He just did a really good job, and he's done that all year.
Steve.
You stretched Nate out for 2 innings. I know he gave up a couple of hits, but he looked pretty strong. Struck out the side, and then Luke, another nice outing for him. How would you kind of assess bullpen performance?
Yeah, I thought those 2 guys were really good. I mean, the one hit against Nate, I think we should catch that ball. So I thought they were both really good. And when it got tough for Nate, probably the first time in his career, he buckled down and punched out those guys. So he was really good tonight. And I thought Luke was good for a second week in a row. Like that's his, best stuff. I hate that I had to use him. We ended up blowing it up, in the 8th there. But I like to see him just have consistent great outings.
Dan.
I was going to ask about Nate as well. Obviously, a guy who hasn't pitched for the last couple of years. Where do you feel like he's just progressed the most and he can be a real piece in the back end of your bullpen?
He went into a lot of he had the arm injury right before he got here, and then he had he did a lot of cleaning up of his arm action. He threw when we signed him, he was one of the better JUCO guys out there, but he lost it, and he's just really worked hard to get it back and took a chance on himself coming back because we weren't sure, and he's been really, really. I mean, it's real stuff. This kid can pitch, and he's actually kind of a soft-spoken kid and a really good competitor. So the team loves him. He's just a great kid.
Robbie.
If Cup can't go for a little bit, what's your confidence level in whether it be Lucas or Sawyer or Gatlin, whoever you have?
I think all 3 can play it. So I mean that's the one thing about us. We made sure in the off season that we had enough, talent there. So especially Lucas and Sawyer have both played a lot of shortstop in their careers. Gatlin can do it too. I mean Gatlin actually can do it too. So it'll test us a little bit. Maybe it'll make us a little bit better. That we can develop some guys until Dylan gets back.
You got time for a couple more, Steve.
You elected to go with Ben Davis tomorrow. So why was he the right decision for Saturday?
I think he's got starter stuff, and so we haven't gotten as many good starts, and so getting him out there and getting him, see what he can do. It's been really good. He's got a said it earlier, he's got a slow heartbeat, type of kid who can go out there and handle it. So he's got a team that's prepared for him all week, so you got to be able to handle that. But I think he'll do a good job. He started a lot of games in his JUCO career.
Anything else?
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
They're both on.
Oh, I bet.
I had a question on Steve.
Pico, there was a time there it looked like you had a call strike three. You didn't get the call, and rather than pout about it, you just kind of grinned, and then you go back and get a swing and miss. What does that say maybe about your maturation as a pitcher and your mentality when maybe you don't get a tough call that you can just come right back and get him on the next pitch?
I thought it was kind of funny. The umpire kind of pump fake right there, kind of hit one of those. So it's just baseball, The umpire's human. He's gonna, think you out every once in a while. So you just have to make a better pitch next time.
Sam?
Hunter, when you sat out those 2 games last week, what was just kind of going through your mind in that moment, and what was maybe the message from the coaching staff, or what were they kind of telling you at that point?
Yeah, so, just had a rough start. Found out I was going to sit, it gave me an opportunity to work on my craft a little bit better, get more prepared, so when I do come in, I play like I'm supposed to play, so that's how I took it.
Robbie?
When you come back and you have 5 hits in 2 games and you're going to all fields, and Coach talked about the day that hit, especially the double off the wall, looked like the old Hunter. How do you feel the last 2 games, getting it back out there and hitting?
That's good. Just I had to find a little tweak in my swing that would allow me to do things that I normally do. So getting those 2 days off really helped me go back to it. Kind of seeing the rewards of it now.
Dan?
Did you get an explanation on the block call and what exactly it was they called there?
I did not. He said that I started and stopped in my windup. I mean, it may have been a balk. I'm not sure. We haven't really talked about that yet.
Steve?
Along those lines too, you kind of got to extend it a little more. How do you feel working deeper into the ball game tonight?
I probably feel the best I've felt. I feel like I've been trying to build up and started long tossing last week. Just it was Parker's idea, just trying to build that.
Robbie?
Pico, first time we're going to see Ben on the mound tomorrow as a starter. Has had a really good start, to the year. What can we expect from him? You think tomorrow as a starter?
I mean, he's nasty. He has a power sinker, and he dots it up, and he's a competitor. So I went and watched some of his. We were throwing buddies over Christmas break. I went and watched him throw some, and he kind of was hitting the Paul Skeens in JUCO last year. So maybe we'll get a few of those.
Steve?
Hunter, this lineup, you got a little more protection around you this year, it seems, a little more pieces. When you think about what this lineup can be when all the horses are pulling in the same direction, how do you feel about the group?
It's really good. We got a bunch of guys that are hitting really good now. Me coming along here lately really helps pad the lineup as well. So these guys being on base, a lot of guys can drive and run. So I think we're going to be really good. So.
Dan?
Pico, you had Nate Williams coming after you. I don't know if you've been watching him or working with him at all, but he looked like he had some real nasty stuff. What do you see from him, and how's he going to impact this bullpen moving forward?
He's just a great guy. He has so much ride on his fastball, and his curveball plays off of it so well. I don't know, something just clicked for him in the fall. He's been working his butt off, and it's hard work paying off.
Do a couple more, Robbie.
Hunter, whether it's been on deck circle or sitting back a couple of spots behind them, you've been behind Noah Sullivan and watching him as he has his plate appearances this year. What makes him so impressive as a hitter? You think just sitting watching him, seeing how he goes about his craft?
Yeah, so he has really good play discipline. He waits on his pitches, and there's 2 things to that. You got to have good play discipline, but when you get your pitch, you can't miss it. He's doing a really good job of that. So, he's good, really good professional basketball.
Wrap it up, Steve.
Hunter, there have been some at-bats this year, too, where you kind of beat the shift. You just kind of thrown your hands at the ball and got the bat head out there on it, kind of pushed it back up the middle. He had a really big single over the weekend. How has your approach maybe changed in that respect, kind of changing your scout a little bit where you're not just a dead pull hitter?
Yeah, it helps. It helps a ton. If I can get as many balls over there as I can, maybe they will not shift me. I doubt that happens, but You know, I'll take a hit there, here and there. So just doing whatever I can to get hits, you know, guys.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all,
Thanks,
fellas.
fellas.
Now that